But at the end of the day, you are not going to erase black people from the District of Columbia or any other place. And I just wanted to start with that. And let's be real, that's what's at the heart of all of these same conversations that we keep having about crime and underfunded and under-resourced black communities while they ignore crime in the White House and in their own houses.
Hey everybody, this is Dean FM, Dean Fraser Alfred here for your creature. What? Today we're going to be reacting to somebody unleashes on Trump GOP over DC crime rate fear-mongering. Send the damn troops into DC. I don't know how they get away with all these lies. People, stop underestimating media. Take Fox News off the damn air, please. In other countries, the news is counted as a verifiable source. You're supposed to be able to rely on your news. You need to get a whole lot of things together. The fact that this is a huge propaganda network has created this whole ecosystem. They really do just be telling you, like, just wish upon a star. What y'all see in front of you? Y'all can't just, like, Houdini. Wake up. Strong black democratic system championing an existence of advocacy in the legacy of black women before us.
Chair recognizes
Should I like
Ms.
to
Lee.
subscribe? I don't like this guy.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Every single time the Republicans call one of these overseer hearings on the district, we get the same paternalistic, infantilizing, just racially coded drivel. We are hearing the same old fear-mongering, the same misdirection and misinformation today, off-topic claims, including getting rid of DEI in D.C. And it's crazy to say because you can introduce DEI laws, but at the end of the day, you are not going to erase black people from the District of Columbia or any other place. And I just wanted to start with that. And let's be real, that's what's at the heart of all of these same conversations that we keep having about crime and underfunded and under-resourced black communities while they ignore crime in the White House and in their own houses. So I just wanted to establish that as we go through this. But Washington, D.C., we know is in a unique situation, especially vulnerable to Trump's power-hungry overreach. Their elected officials don't have the same resources and also don't get the same respect, incidentally, from members of this panel that they would give to their own elected officials. But you don't have the same protections and congressional voting power or representation as other states. That's why Trump is using D.C. as a test kitchen for all of the horrible policies that they're cooking up. As members of Congress representing those other states and cities, we need to be concerned about where he's going to target next, and we cannot roll over, shrug our shoulders, and say that at least the National Guardsmen are picking up trash. We have to push back on this right now, in this moment, before he comes for all of our districts. To be clear, none of Trump's actions have made D.C. any safer. And just as a reminder, crime had already been dropping in the district without his involvement. He's been terrorizing D.C. residents with these mass and unaccountable federal agents and armed National Guards.
Are y'all not embarrassed?
He's completely broken any small amount of trust these communities have with local law enforcement. Many of the National Guard troops are from out of state. They don't know D.C. any more than you all do, and they don't know the communities. D.C. residents deserve to govern themselves and have elected officials that are accountable to them, who uniquely understand D.C.'s needs and their concerns, but instead, Republicans want to micromanage people who didn't vote for them and do not support their policies. Chairman Mendelson, we marked up 14 bills on D.C. last week, 13 of which you opposed. Was the D.C. Council consulted on any of those 13 bills?
We were not.
Have you taken any of the members on this committee on a full tour of D.C. neighborhoods?
I've tried to meet with different members without success.
Didn't do what he did?
Yeah, because we all know they talk a lot about D.C. and they pretend to know D.C., but the reality is that very few of them have ever left any of the communities that are in walking distance of the Capitol itself. And I bet they've probably never even been. I remember last term we had a member talk about, well, the unique part of D.C. is that you all get access to every member of Congress, but I've never seen a member of Congress in any of the carryouts in D.C. I ain't seen them at any of the Ethiopian restaurants or at a Caribbean joint. But that's neither here nor there. Do you think it's necessary to work with local officials to improve public safety?
Absolutely.
Has the Trump administration reached out to the council to ask you all what you need to help keep D.C. safe?
They have not.
Crime is especially easy to exploit and use as a political tool.
Right.
Everyone, regardless of how they vote, cares about safety. We care about community safety. That's why I launched the Community Safety Agenda and Caucus, because we have community-based, evidence-backed solutions that we know work. But instead of offering real solutions to prevent crime, to respond to people in crisis and stop violence, which DC and many other cities have invested in, Trump's scare tactics and political theater only makes these communities safe. These proactive investments in communities that actually bring down crime. The data could not be any clearer. The programs that work to stop crime before it can happen, rather than just responding afterwards. Yet DC is struggling to fund these types of programs because y'all have not restored and passed the $1 billion that Congress owes them. Attorney General Schwab, you've made stable housing for DC a priority, correct?
I have.
You've implemented programs that improve nuisance properties, after-school programs for kids, victims of domestic violence, and the goal to make DC safer, correct?
I have.
Mayor Bowser, we know that these litany of proactive investments actually drive down crime. Has Trump promised you any funding for any of these things?
No, not yet.
Great. The cost of having a National Guard is about $1.8 billion a day. We're up to about $40 billion. They say about $200 billion. A bunch of that these out-of-state guards in the road ministry is not a sustainable solution. That is not more sustainable than actually investing in these things, investing in our communities. We know that if you really want lifelong safe communities, then we need to invest the same way that these people invest in their people, and their communities, and their loved ones. Invest in these folks the same way, and stop talking about crime and fear-mongering these people. With that, I hear about.
I'm gonna care though until they are viscerally affected by something that isn't there. Like, really sucks that you can hear my sister's voice. Like, it's just. It's the same thing with Crockett. It's like, these are realistic people. This is what you want from your Congress people and your politicians, in my opinion. Passion in the heat of like this. Black women always know what to do. They're gonna say it today. Who do y'all think is gonna be leader of the Democrats right now? I would really urge the Democrats to go for a woman. At the very least, a person of color. We're not gonna do a white man. Unless the white man is queer. Hey, we want this to be a community, very strong community. Share your feelings on my stuff. Mama Dean gonna be there. Hey, mother of the house. I can be a mother of the house. I found out. It doesn't always have to be a specific type of person. You know, it could be a different. I want to be included so bad. Please keep us in mind when you vote. People like me, we're not just here to be like goofs. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm here to entertain you day in and day out, no matter what that may look like for you, no matter who you are. I'm not a jester. I'm a person with a real plain life. I'm not trying to just anybody. People came to me after knowing me for years saying that they voted for Trump. Do you know you voted away my life, but you think I was nothing from so I guess people were judging the queen. They hate on it all because you were the dog. I'll talk to you later. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.